Hello and welcome to this course on list building. Now in this course I plan to take you through the main components of list building, and I'll show you how to build your list the correct way. So why should we build a list? Well, you've probably heard the term, the money is in the list. Now this is very true. Email marketing is the best way to communicate with your prospects. If you're not building a list, then you are making a huge mistake. So what are the components of email marketing? Well, there's something called a squeeze page, and this is a web page which contains a box for capturing their email address and their name. And the way you do this is you bribe them with a free product. So for example, you'd offer a product on how to lose weight, and you'd say something like, for my free ebook on how to lose weight, please enter your name and email address below. And then when you capture their email address, this free ebook or free product or whatever you're sending out, it gets automatically sent to them. And then after that you can start to build a relationship with them by providing value in your follow-up emails. Make sure you provide a lot of value and that you promote helpful offers to your list subscribers. So I hope that you're going to enjoy this course and you get a lot of value out of it yourself, and it should get you on the road to building your lists the correct way. So please load up the next video and let's get started. Welcome back. In this video I'm going to be talking about buying a domain. So why do we need a domain? Well, if we have a domain, then we have a presence on the internet. So we might choose to have something.com, and once we have that domain, we can then host it somewhere. So at that point, we're able to create our websites and everything. So the website has to sit on the domain, and the domain sits on some kind of hosting. So where do we buy a domain? Well, a lot of people like to use a company called Namecheap, and you'll find them at www.namecheap.com. Alternatively, there's a site called GoDaddy, which you will find at www.godaddy.com. I personally prefer to buy my domains at GoDaddy. I find their service very good, and I tend to host it somewhere else. So what kinds of domains should we buy? Well, the obvious one is .com. Everybody knows .com. It's pretty universal. You have Amazon.com, eBay.com, Microsoft.com. So it's fairly familiar to everyone. But if you can't get .com, it's not always possible that your domain name will be available as a .com. So alternatives are things like .net and .org. And to be honest, they're really just as good, I think, because they can rank pretty highly in the search engines quite well. Another very cheap one is .info. Now, some people think that .info is associated with spam sites, but I personally have nothing against .info. I think they can rank quite highly in the search engines, but generally, if you're looking to buy your domain for a serious kind of site, then you're better off going for .com, and if you can't get that, look at .net or .org. So now you've got to host your new domain somewhere. Now HostGator has a very popular hosting service, and you find them at www.hostgator.com. And the reason I like them is because everything's pretty easy to work with, and they're fairly cheap, and support is really good as well. They reply back pretty quickly. We're not talking hours or days here. They can reply within 30 minutes or something like that, depending on how busy they are, but Generally, I find their service to be extremely good. And you need to choose some kind of hosting plan. They vary in price depending on what you want, but a very popular one to go for is something called the Baby Plan. And this allows you to host unlimited domains within the plan itself, and it starts from just $6.36 a month. So take a look at the Baby Plan. I highly recommend it for hosting your websites at HostGator. So here I am at the GoDaddy website at godaddy.com, and what you want to do is you want to sign up and create an account, and you want to enter your bank details and things like that. So when you come to pay, you don't need to fill all those things in again. So here, as it's the end of the current year, they've got this thing here for Happy New Year. But generally, when you come to the GoDaddy site, you will see a search box here which will allow you to type in your domain. So I've done a bit of Google keyword tool research, and I was actually looking for keyword online marketing, and what happened was that it brought up a number of results here, and the one that appealed to me was this one, web marketing services. So I thought I'd use that keyword web marketing services in the domain name, so I could have webmarketingservices.com or something like that. So now if I come into GoDaddy and I actually search for that term, web marketing services, I don't need the .com on the end, and I do search. And unfortunately it's already taken, so I can't actually use this. But what I can do, because I'm in London and my marketing services are tailored specifically to the London area, I could try another search, but this time instead of web marketing services, I could try putting London web marketing services in there. Alternatives are, you could try it with dashes, so it could be web marketing dash services, although I don't recommend putting dashes in domain names, but some people do and it's fine for them. Or instead of having London here at the front, you could put something like best web marketing services. So let's try it now with London web marketing services, and I'll do a search for that. Success. It says congratulations, London webmarketingservices.com is available. So looking down here, we also have some alternatives, .info, .net, .org, various things. Because I'm in the UK, I could have chosen London webmarketingservices.co.uk, but I've gone with .com for now. .com is the one which a lot of people tend to be familiar with around the world. Alternatively, there's .info. Some people don't like using it because they think it's associated with spam websites, but .infos can actually rank highly in the search engines as well. The other important ones are .net and .org. So if .com is not available, have a look for .net and .org. So now all I need to do is I could either click add or continue to checkout. I'm just going to click continue to checkout. And here it gives you the option now if you want to privately register it, and other options here, certified domain with website seal. I tend not to, so I'll just click continue on these. I don't want to have my hosting here. I'm going to have it somewhere else. and I don't want email or any of these other options, so I always just tend to click continue until I get to the very end. And here it's asking me how many years I want this domain for. Well, I just tend to have it for the 1 year, because I want to see how that domain works out for me. You know, do I get some good business from it? Do I make any sales from it? I think 1 year is a good period for me to test that, so I'm just going to put 1 year in there. And that's it. That's all you have to do. And they've got an option here, if you want to round up for charity, you can tick that. Otherwise, just continue to check out. And you just have to agree to the terms and conditions here. Just put a tick in that box, and you might just want to have a look at the order summary just to make sure it's all okay. And then all you need to do is just click on the place order button here, and you'll get an email from GoDaddy confirming that you've made the purchase. Here's the message: thank you, Paul, your order is now complete. So that's it. I bought that domain name now, and all I need to do now is to host that domain name somewhere. But before I do that, I just need to configure a few things within GoDaddy itself. Right, so I've bought my domain name. I've decided I'm not going to host the domain with GoDaddy. I'm going to actually host it with HostGator. That's just my personal preference. I find that serves me quite well, and HostGator is one of the biggest hosting companies for websites. So because I'm hosting it somewhere else, I need to tell GoDaddy that I'm going to be doing this. So the way to do that is you have to set what's known as the name servers. So come into GoDaddy and come to where it says all products, come to domains, and then on the right hand side we can see, oops, slipped over, go down to management and select domain management. And then we just want to find our domain and click on it. And that takes us into this page called Domain Details. And we just want to scroll down here to the bottom, so where it says Name Servers, and just click on the link that says Set Name Servers. And the option you want to take is the one at the bottom that says I have a specific name servers for my domains. So just click on that, and then it will ask you to fill in the name server details. So you need to scrub out these ones here and put in the ones for HostGator. So it's going to be something like this: ns2945.hostgator.com, and the other one will be 2946. You might want to check these numbers, but these are the ones I'm going to be using. So that's it. All you need are those two entries there, name server 1, name server 2, and then just click OK. Now it's normally pretty quick, it's normally pretty instant, although it says here it can take up to 2 hours, but I've never found it to be anything more than just a few minutes. So click OK. So those changes should actually go through instantly. So now when I go to HostGator, I should actually be able to use this domain there. Welcome back. In this video I'm going to install the domain that I bought onto a hosting service. So the first thing you need to do is actually get an account with HostGator. So sign up with HostGator and choose a plan. I've already mentioned the baby plan is a very good one to go for. So once you've signed up and you've got your details, then they'll send you some login information, so check your email for that. And you want to actually look for the login details for something called cPanel. So get those details and go to your cPanel and log in. And then you just want to scroll down the page until you find the section that's called Domains. And here it is. And you want to select the option that says Add-on Domains. And this is where you can enter your new domain. So I put mine in there, londonwebmarketingservices.com. And in the subdomain, you need to put in something similar, but sometimes you need to shorten it before it will accept it. It'll put a green tick next to each option here, next to each box, if it accepts it. But because it's put a red warning symbol here, it hasn't accepted it. So I need to just make it a bit shorter, this name in here. So now it's accepted it. So essentially what I've got in the top here is my full domain name, londonwebmarketingservices.com. And in the bottom I've just got London Web Marketing Serve. So you just need to put something in there which is slightly shorter so that it's going to accept it. Now you just have to generate the password, so click in the password box and click on password generator here. You can put your own password in, but I'd advise to use the password generator. It gives you much stronger passwords. So if you like any of these, then basically you can select them. If you don't, just keep on clicking the generate password button. And just keep doing that until you find something that you like. And then what you want to do is make a copy of it. And then select this box that says, I have copied this password in a safe place. So just drop it into Notepad or something like that so that you can refer back to it later. And then just click on the Use Password button. And there it puts in very strong, so it's a very strong password. So that's it now, I'm good to go. All I need to do now is click on the Add Domain button here. And after a few seconds, HostGator should come back with a message saying that the domain has been successfully added. And here it is. It's saying that the add-on domain, londonwebmarketingservices.com, has been created. So that's fine, it's been done. Welcome back. In this video I'm going to be talking about setting up an autoresponder. So what is an autoresponder? Well, it's an automated program which sends pre-written emails to a certain email address that has this service enabled. And you can schedule a series of messages to go out at specific times. The autoresponder service will allow you to create an opt-in form, otherwise known as a squeeze page, which can then be placed on your website. So when somebody opts in with their email address, the details of that contact will get stored in the list that you've created in the autoresponder. The autoresponder will then automatically send out your pre-written messages to the person that opted in. And I've given some example autoresponder services. The biggest one is a service called Aweber, which you'll find at www.aweber.com. They're very good. They offer a $1 trial to get started if you just want to test out the system for a month. Most people use Aweber. They're actually very reliable. They have great support, and this is the service I would recommend. There's also another very good one called GetResponse. So some people either go with Aweber or GetResponse, but they're both very good services. Okay, so when you sign up with Aweber, they will send you some details in your email. So just have a look at that and you'll get your login details there, and just log into Aweber and you'll come to this page here. You want to make sure you're on the Home tab, and this link here, create and manage lists, you need to click that. We're going to create a brand new list to hold your subscribers, and then click on the create a new list button, and then you'll be taken to this basic information page. So at this point you need to give the list a name, and you can put in a list description if you want. You should put in who the person is that the list is the message is coming from. John Smith, and an email address. So you don't really want to use a free email address like AOL or Yahoo. You want to use something specific to your website. So I've used admin@londonwebmarketing.com. And if you scroll down to the bottom in the notifications area, this is where you can put your name and email address if you want to be notified every time somebody signs up to your list. So just add that in there and then click on the add button. So that's it. If I just click Save Settings now, and at the top it says a new list has been created. So what we need to do now is click on Personalize your list, and you can put in some branding here for your company, your website, etc. I'm going to leave all that blank. Social media I leave blank, and global text I leave blank. Save those settings, and then you want to move on to confirmed opt-in. Just click on that. And this is where you can customize a few things. So this is the message that they will be sent when they sign up, and you can change this by clicking on there and making the changes that you want. Again, you can change this as well. And down the bottom you've got a required opt-in switch, and it's recommended that you keep this to on. This stops spam complaints from people. A lot of people like to turn it off as well so that the person doesn't have to confirm anything, but I'm going to leave it on in this case. You can put a success page URL in here if you want, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to click Save Settings. And that's it. That's our first list created. So now that we've created our first list, we need to actually now create the opt-in form, which is going to be using that list. So to do that, we come up the top here and we select Web Forms, and then click the button that says Create a new web form. And now Aweber gives us a number of templates that we can use. And if you click on these categories on the side, you will be able to see the various templates. So I'm going to select this one, Modern, and when I click on it, it brings up this box here, and I can switch colors now if I want to, so I could change it to green or red or whatever, but I'm going to leave it as blue. So now at the bottom, if you scroll down, here's our box. So sometimes you might want to remove some of these sections because the box might be a bit too big for you. So I might just decide, just hover over the section you want to remove and then click on the cross. So I might decide to remove that. Email marketing by Aweber, I can remove that. And I think I'll leave this message here: we respect your email privacy, because some people like some sort of reassurance that you're not going to be sending them spam all the time. You can also resize the box, and if you just want to collect the email and not the name, then you can get rid of oops, you can just get rid of the name box by clicking on the cross there. So at the very top, if you click on this is where you can actually write your header. So I might decide to do something like something like that. And you can also bold things as well if you want to make it italics, underline, center it, whatever you want to do there. I changed the font as well. So if you're happy with that, click save. And then what I want to do is I can also change background colors here and borders and things like that if I want to. But if I'm happy with that, I can just save the web form here and then move on to step 2. And this is where you give the web form a name, so let's just call it I'll just call it that for now. I'm not going to have Facebook integration or anything like that. A thank you page, I'm going to use a custom one, and that's the one I created earlier. And at this point I can just add my thank you page link in this box here. So that's it. And I'll click this if I want to open it in a new window. I won't do anything with advanced settings. I'll just save now. And we'll move to step 3. And this is where the installation of the form is done. So you have 3 options here. Now if you're comfortable with HTML and you can access your own web pages, select this top option, I will install my form. The other one is my web designer will install my form, or have Aweber host my form. But I'm going to select the top one, I will install my form. And then what happens is you get a bit of what's called JavaScript, and you just need to select this by clicking it and then just right click and select copy and just drop it into Notepad for now, because you're going to be actually using this on your blog. So now what I want to do is go back to my blog and enter that code. So what you want to do is you want to log in to your blog, to your WordPress blog, and come to the dashboard here on the left hand side and select appearance, and then you want to select widgets. And on the right hand side here where it says main sidebar, we want to actually put another widget in here, and this is going to be a text widget, and this is what's going to hold the little bit of code that we just got from Aweber. So if I move down a little bit, I can see here on the left hand side text. So just hold down your mouse button on text and then drag it to the main sidebar, and then just drop it in there, let go of the mouse button. And you don't need to put anything in title, but in this box you can just paste in that bit of code from Aweber, and that's it. And all you need to do now is click the save button, and it saves. So now when we load up the blog, let's see what we get. And here it is on the right hand side. Here's our opt-in box or squeeze page. Welcome back. In this video I'm going to be talking about why we need a bribe for our squeeze page. A bribe is necessary if we are to capture the email address of the visitor to our website. A person is more likely to give out their email address if they are getting something free in return. And once we have their email address, then we can send them more things. So here's an example of a squeeze page with a bribe. You might have seen some of these when you're browsing websites. And this one's giving away a free 11-part video course. So it's got a headline there about the video course, and then just underneath it's got a box for the email address. Sometimes it might also have a box for the name, so they can enter their name there as well. And it's also got a button there, a submit button, so when they click that button they'll then be sent the free bribe, which is the video course. So what kind of products do we use as a bribe? Well, there's various things we can do, and here's some examples. We can create ebooks, video, audio, short reports, software, and graphics. So we can use any of these as a bribe to give away in order to capture the email address of the person coming to our site. Now, if you're stuck for ideas for products, one thing you can do is look in forums which are related to your niche. So if you're in the dog training niche, then do a search on Google for forums that are related to the dog training niche. And you want to go in there and note down what kind of problems people are having. And what you find is if just one person has the problem, you can be sure 100 others do also, but they're too shy to ask. So what you need to do is you need to provide the solution to their problems. Now you can create the free product yourself, or you can outsource it, or you can use what's known as PLR products. Some people, they get stuck for ideas and they're not quite sure how to create a product, or they may not just have the time to create the product. So if you want to outsource it, you can go to a site like elance.com and you can get somebody there to create the product for you. The only downside is that you'll have to pay them. Alternatively, you can use PLR products. Now, PLR stands for private label rights, and with these products you can give them away free, but you'll have to sign up for a PLR membership. So where do we get the PLR products to use as a bribe? Well, I've listed 3 sites here. There's monthlycontent.com, the plrstore.com, and plrassassin.com. So if you go to any of these sites and you create a membership there, and then you log in, you'll find a variety of products which you can use to give away as your bribe. So here I am at the PLR Assassin site at plrassassin.com, and this is where I'm going to be getting my free bribe product or free giveaway product. So essentially this is a PLR site with a lot of stuff here: audio, software, ebooks, video, articles, training, etc. But I'm going to be searching for example, something in video marketing. So if I come down to the search box here and type in video marketing, press return, we can see now we've got some search results. If I scroll down a little bit, there's one called Video Traffic Guru. Here's a perfect one here that I can use. Beginner's Guide to Video Marketing. So if I click on that, and here's the product. And it's got a product description there and some customer reviews. Well, there's no actual reviews for this one, but it's got a description anyway. Looks like a pretty good product. So what I need to do is download it. So if I click on this button here which says download members only, and if I just click OK, it will save on my computer. So now I have my free giveaway or free bribe for when they opt in to my autoresponder, and all I need to do now is to actually set up a download page for that product. Welcome back. In this video I'm going to be talking about the thank you page. So why do we need a thank you page? Well, a thank you page serves two purposes. It's a way of saying thanks for signing up to our list, and also it's a place to download the freebie that we're giving away. So where do we store the thank you page? Well, the thank you page is going to be sitting in the root of your domain or in a subfolder. In this example, I put it into the root of the domain. So here we can see it says londonwebmarketingservices.com/thankyou.htm. So this is how it works. When somebody opts into the squeeze page, the autoresponder, Aweber in this instance, is going to direct them automatically to the thank you page, and then they can download their freebie. So here's an example of a thank you page, and you can see it's got a thank you for signing up headline at the top, and it says download your video marketing guide below. And also there's another sentence here which says you can download the file by right clicking on the following link and choosing save as. So here's the video marketing guide link, and that's actually pointing to the ebook as a zip file on our server. So it's our website name / and then the name of the file. So when they right click on this and select save as, it will download the file to their computer. Now if you want to edit the thank you page, you'd basically just locate it in your file explorer and then just right click it and select open with, and the best thing to open it with is Notepad. So it looks a bit scary, but don't worry, it's just a little bit of HTML, but we're going to actually tell you where to place your link. So it will say something like add download link below, and you just add your link in here. So between these quote marks, you just put the domain name of your site, put a /, and then add the giveaway file. So there we have http /londonwebmarketingservices.com / beg guide video marketing.zip. Basically that says so. And if you need to alter anything else, for example the text here, video marketing guide, that's actually this part here, just after the closed bracket here. So you would just alter the text here, video marketing guide, to whatever you want to put there. If you need to alter any other text, then just locate that text by doing edit and doing a search, a find for some of this text here on the page, and that will tell you where in the notepad file that text actually is, and you can just change it. So for example, here you can see it says by right clicking, and that's going to be the text just here where it says by right clicking. So that's how you'd alter it there in the document. And when you've made any changes, just do File and Save, and then just press F5 on the page to refresh it, and that will show your latest changes. Again, if we want to alter the headline, you can see here it says thank you for signing up, so you can change that to whatever you want. And also where it says download your video marketing guide below, you can change that to whatever you want to. So that's how the thank you page is going to look. So now you've got your thank you page saved on your computer, you want to give it a good name. So I've called mine thank-u.htm, and that thank you page is now going to be uploaded to my domain on my hosting at HostGator. So to do that, you want to log into your control panel at HostGator, and then if you just scroll down a bit until you come to the Files section here, and you want to click on File Manager, and this is a little like the Windows File Manager. It allows you to upload and delete files, that kind of thing. So now you just want to locate your domain. Here's my one, londonwebmarketingservices.com, and then just double click it. And this is where we're going to put the thank you page. So if you come up to the top here and click on the upload button, and then click on the browse button, now you just want to locate the thank you page on your computer, select it, and then select open. And down the bottom right here it will tell you that it's completed the upload. So all you need to do now is go back to this section here, and if you click on the reload option here, that will refresh this section, and you can now see that the thank you page has been uploaded here. Here's another example of a thank you page, but in this one I've put in some offers. So they get to download the file, but just below it there's a couple of offers here, and if they click these and buy something from them, then obviously I'll get paid. So as you get more experience in creating thank you pages, you might want to do something like this, because it's a good chance to actually earn money on your thank you page. Welcome back. In this video I'm going to be talking about creating list follow-up emails. Now the reason we do this is because we need to build a relationship with our subscribers, and it's important to start building that relationship with the people that opted in to your squeeze page. You need to ensure you give regular value to your subscribers. So how do you provide value? You provide value by helping them. Give your subscribers a piece of the solution. And by doing this, they'll get to trust you, they'll want more of it, and they'll start to buy stuff from you. Now there are 3 types of emails that you can send out. Emails that sell, emails that educate, and emails that both educate and sell. So what can you send out to your list? You can send out anything you think they may find useful. And this could be a blog post, a video link, an audio that they can listen to, PLR products, or even short courses. You can also send them links to products that they might find useful. But what you don't want to do is start sending too many offers out to them, because if you keep doing this, then people are going to start to unsubscribe, and they're going to just think, oh, this guy, he just wants to sell me things all the time and I'm getting fed up with this, I'm going to hit unsubscribe. So I'd recommend that you send out offers once or twice a day. That should be enough. And remember, the money is in the relationship you build with your list. We've now set up our squeeze page or opt-in form on our blog. So now what we're going to do is actually test it. So the person would come along to the blog, they'd put in their name and then their email address, and then they click submit, and then they'll be sent this free gift on video marketing for beginners. So let's click submit. And the person would then get an email Remember, it's come now from John Smith. This is the name that I put in the autoresponder. So, for example, John Smith is sending us information, and it says confirm your subscription. So at this point they would confirm it by clicking the link in the email, and it's saying it's been confirmed. But at the same time they were sent the download page for signing up. So at this point they could actually download the file here. So now somebody's opted into the London Web subscriber list. So what you can do is you can then go to your Aweber, log into Aweber, and then you want to come up to where it says subscribers here and click on search. And what we're going to do is we're going to search for anyone who's actually in the system. Well, we can actually see there's one already there now, and this is the one that just signed up. So when I did that little test, I entered my name and email address, and I was sent the free download. I came into the system. So at this point you could have hundreds of names in here, thousands maybe, and what you're going to do next is you're going to actually market to them. So you're going to send out special offers which you can make a commission from. You can send out general emails about blog posts that you want them to read, and essentially you're just building up a relationship with your list. When you get people opting into your squeeze page, you want to build a relationship with them. So you can send them daily, monthly, weekly emails, or however you want to do it. You need to actually send them good stuff. Don't always try and sell them things. You know, try and send them some free stuff, some free ebooks, some free videos, or just direct them to an interesting website post, an article, or something that you think they might find useful. Just provide the link so that they can read it. So don't always try and sell them things, because if you try and do that, then they'll soon unsubscribe from your list and you'll end up losing people. So the way to actually follow up with them and build a relationship is to log into your Aweber, and then you want to come up to the top here and click on messages, and you want to click follow up. You've also got broadcast, and this is where you can send a one-off email to your list. So perhaps you were promoting an affiliate product where you get a commission, and you say you've got a list of 1,000 subscribers or something like that. You can send out just one email immediately at any time and say, hey, check this out, I think this will be a good product for you, I highly recommend it. And this is a good way of making sales, by sending out these one-off broadcasts. But for now, we're going to actually start to build our relationship with our list, and the way to do that is to select follow up. And then you've got a choice of the type of message that you want to send. So you've got plain text message, but if you click this, you've also got HTML message. Now the problem with the HTML message is that some email readers may not have this switched on, so the person may not see the message at all. So we know that plain text is always going to be read by all email readers. You know, it's like a notepad file. So I'd recommend to select plain text. And this is where we can insert our subject. So, you know, if you've actually got a box on your squeeze page where you capture their name, then you can personalize who the email is going to go out to. So at the beginning here, you can actually insert their name. So it will say something like John, here are your 10 tips on video marketing. So the way to do that is just to click the personalize button here and select first name. And what I like to do is put a dash after that and put in the subject of the email. So something like that. Have you tried vlogging? You may find it useful. And this is where you actually type in the rest of your email, the main body part. And again, you can personalize it if you've captured their name. So I could put hi, then click this button here, and then insert the first name. Then put a comma. And now I can start to write out the email. So if I select one that I've already got and just paste it in here. So here it is. I'm basically just going to be directing them straight to an interesting post. And I put the link in here. And at the end you just put a quick ending. To your success, Paul Barnett. That's good enough. So at this point you can, if you're happy with everything there, one thing that might happen is when you're typing, you might find it goes off the page. And if it does happen, then you want to actually tidy it up a bit. So just click on this button here that says wrap lines, and that will tidy things up. So everything should be within the white box. It shouldn't spill over into this grey part. So if I just get rid of that stuff that I put in there. So at this point you can test and preview it, and you can send out a test message to yourself to make sure everything's looking fine. But I'm just going to click save. And then click on next. Now the interval is where you set the actual period that you want the emails to go out. So I could send this one 1 day after the previous one. So if you just want it on the next day, each one, just keep putting 1 in there. If you want it for 2 days after your last email, then put 2 in there. So you've also got an option here for sending the message on certain days and times, but I've turned that off. But you could turn it on and just select the days and times here that you want the message to go out. And it's a good idea to leave click tracking on so that you can see how many clicks on that message you've got, and then click save and exit. And in here it's got that first message. So essentially you could have a string of messages in here. If you wanted to send one out every day for the whole year, then you'd have probably 365 emails in here. But you might just want to put in 5 or 10 just to test out your market. Welcome back. In this video I'm going to be talking about writing promo emails. There are 2 types of emails, helpful and pitch. Whichever one you choose, you need to ensure that your emails are of high value and that you over-deliver. So now let's look at helpful emails. These emails will build trust with your readers. Ensure they solve problems that your readers have. No need to mention any products in your message, and the message should be between 500 and 1000 words. So essentially you just want to try and build up some trust with your readers and don't promote anything. You want these emails to solve a problem that the reader has. For example, somebody might want to lose belly fat, and you could provide a series of tips on how they can lose belly fat the natural way. And you want to send about 5 of these helpful emails and give value in each. And once you've sent 5, then you can start to send around 3 pitch messages. So now let's look at pitch emails. These emails will be helpful also, so don't try to hard sell them anything. You need to address their problem with educational content and then lead them to your product at the end of the mail. And you need to give them reasons why they should buy your product. So again, don't necessarily hard sell them anything. Make sure you give a lot of educational content first, and then towards the end of the email you can start talking about your service or product. And you need to give them a reason why your product can solve their problems. For example, you could give them 5 tips on how to burn belly fat naturally, and then you can mention your ebook, which has 100 recipes to help them burn belly fat naturally. And here's an example of a pitch email. So it starts off with, "Hi," and you put the first name there. "Losing belly fat can be achieved. Here are 5 foods which help you burn that belly fat naturally." And you've got food 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and underneath you put some useful facts about each food. You will soon discover that these foods will not only give you more energy, they will gradually help to burn the belly fat also. Look better, feel better the natural way. But wait, there's more. In my new ebook, Burn Belly Fat the Natural Way, you'll discover over 200 recipes that help you burn belly fat. So this is actually the pitch here about the ebook with over 200 recipes. Why not check out a sample chapter here, and then you'd insert your link, and then you'd end the email with your name. So now let's look at an example of how to craft a good follow-up email message. So the niche I'm using here is the dating niche, and I've got a series here of 6 messages lined up to go out. And I'm going to look at message number 6, so if I just click on that, okay, so at the top here I've got a subject for the email. Online dating tip number 5, use good photos. But what I could do there is I could actually personalize it. So if I put my cursor at the beginning there and create a bit of a space, I could click the personalize button and select first name. Put a dash. So if you've actually captured the first name in the opt-in form, then you can use it there. If you've just captured the email address, then don't bother using the first name there because it's not going to come out. And basically the message starts off like this: "Hey guys, Paul here," and there's a lot that can be said about photos and how to use them. And it's just basically saying if you put your photo on your dating profile, you're going to get a lot more responses. And it just continues on. Notice that I've nicely separated the lines here, so we've got a bunch of text there, and then there's a gap, and then just a couple of lines there. It just makes it easier to read. But what we could do also, again, if you've captured the first name, is occasionally you can just add that there as well. So if I put first name, then it's going to come out there, and you could just change that to a smaller letter. So it just gives them a bit of a personal touch. They feel as though you're talking to them personally by addressing them by their name within the email itself. And of course you'd have to wrap the lines because that's coming off the page there. But again, only do that if you've actually captured the first name in the squeeze page. And down here I've put a link to my product, and it says for more details on these tips and others, check out my other videos. and then we have the link there, and it just continues on with a bit more information, and at the end it says talk soon Paul, and there's a PS there, check out my complete video series on the correct way to date online, and again the link is at the end there. So that's an example of an email that gets sent out to subscribers for the dating niche. And here's another example of a follow-up message. This time it's in the Make Money Online niche. And the subject, I put my name and then the actual subject. So it's Paul Barnett, my gift of awesomeness. And you want to try and think of some catchy subject titles to use, because it makes them want to open the email even more. So let's now look at the message. It starts off with hi friend, and then it talks about in order to make money on the internet you first need to build a list. People will tell you the money is in the list, and it just carries on like that. And towards the end you're starting to build some sort of anticipation, because it starts to talk about video squeeze pages, how they can take time to create, and then it goes on to say, I have some great news for you today. I am giving you video squeeze pages that you can use instantly. What's the catch? None. And then it says, so grab your free gift here, and there's a link there to the free gift, and it ends with to your success, Paul Barnett. So as you can see, it's all nicely spaced out again, easy to read. So that's just another example of how to set out a follow-up message. Welcome back. In this video I'm going to be talking about getting traffic to your squeeze page. There is free traffic and there is paid traffic. Free traffic methods take time, and we tend to want results immediately. So the quickest and easiest way is to pay for traffic. You can pay for traffic using pay-per-click or PPC, but the problem is it can be expensive to do it this way, and also with PPC you really have to know what you're doing. So the quickest and easiest way is to do something called a solo mailing or solo ads. And this is where an email with your link is sent out to another marketer's email list. So you sign up to a site and you pick a marketer who has a big list, and he will send out an email to his list, and that email contains a link back to your site or to your offer, or whatever it is you want to do. And you might find some people will actually click on your link and you'll make sales. Now, solo ads are a very effective way of getting quick traffic. Now the places to buy solo ads are a place called SafeSwaps. This is a very popular place, and the beauty about it is that it protects you, because somebody might decide they don't want to send out your link. So this kind of ensures that both parties are protected. And you'll find SafeSwaps at www.safe-swaps.com. So go to SafeSwaps, set up an account. I think it's about $20 or $30 a month, but it's well worth it. And then look for people there who have massive email lists, and they will guarantee a number of clicks to your offer. For example, if somebody guarantees 1,000 clicks, it means 1,000 people will click on the link in the email and end up on your page. It doesn't mean that he's going to send it out to 1,000 people. It means he guarantees 1,000 people will click on your link. And the great thing is, these visitors are going to be extremely targeted, so you can be sure you are not getting junk traffic. However, proceed with caution. Some sellers are just not trustworthy. You need to do your research first and look at their feedback score. So it's a little bit like eBay. You know, on eBay you have a feedback next to each seller, and you look at the feedback and you decide if it's high or low, and if you can trust them, and whether you want to actually buy something from this seller. Well, it's the same with Save Swaps. Have a look at the feedback and decide who you want to go with. There's other places to buy solo ads. There's the Warrior Forum, which has a joint venture section, and you'll find the Warrior Forum at www.warriorforum.com. There's also another very popular place called the Solo Ad Directory, and you'll find that at www.soloaddirectory.com. And there's also Skype. Skype has a lot of solo ad sellers that you can connect with. Another place to buy solo ads is a place called the Directory of eZines, and you'll find them at www.directoryofezines.com. And the great thing about the Directory of eZines is that it covers a variety of niches. So it's not just for internet marketing. You can send out a mailing if you're in the dating niche or perhaps the health niche. And there's also a variety of other niches that you can send out mailings for. Now there is a strategy when you use solo ads. You need to use solo ad traffic to build your list. You can send the traffic directly to an affiliate offer, and perhaps you can make some sales that way. But the recommended way is to send the traffic to your squeeze page. And you can also have a one-time offer, which can help you to pay for your next solo ad. So when they come to your squeeze page, they'll download your freebie, and on the download page, or perhaps on another page, you can direct them to a one-time offer. And this one-time offer could be for something like $7 or $9 or something like that. And if you get enough sales of these one-time offers, that can help to pay for your next solo ad mailing. I would recommend solo ads for building your list quickly and making some good money. So that concludes the course on list building, and I just want to add some closing thoughts. You want to always keep on building your list, because what's going to happen is you're going to find that people will unsubscribe from your list. So you need to replenish that list from time to time and find ways to get more people onto your list, but try and attract people who are likely to buy from you. For example, some people like to charge $1 for their product instead of giving it away free. And by doing this, you can weed out the buyers from the freebie seekers. Because if somebody's prepared to pay $1 for your download, then there's a good chance that they're going to want to pay for any other products that you offer them. And many people just want the free stuff, and you want to try and limit those kind of subscribers. And provide value to your list and treat your list with consideration. You don't always have to sell them things. You can just talk about your day, you can talk about life, just try and build that relationship with them, and don't always try and hard sell them products. Because once you build that relationship with them, you're going to find that they trust you more. And once they trust you, they're more likely to buy from you in the future. So I hope you've enjoyed this video course on list building, and I wish you every success with your list building efforts. Thank you for watching. Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how you can get even more traffic to build your list. And I'm going to be covering 4 methods, and these are forums, article marketing, giveaways, and affiliates. So let's talk about forums first. Forums are places where you can help other people out. So what you want to do is you want to find 1 or 2 forums in your market, and you want to become active in those forums. Now in the forums you can have what's known as a signature file, and in that signature file you can place the link to your product or website. You might have to make a few posts before they allow you to use your signature file, but essentially that's what you need to do. Just become active and add value to the conversations and to the forum. And people will start to trust you. Now, forums are not great if you're trying to sell something, but we won't really be doing that. What we're going to be doing is giving something away free. So at the bottom here, I put a signature file, and this is from the Warrior Forum. So this one is saying something about write all of your articles, get them submitted, rake in dollars from eSign articles within hours, not days. And to do that, you need to go and look at his cash blueprint. So in this signature file, when somebody clicks that banner there at the bottom, they're going to be taken directly to the person's product or website or whatever it is that they're trying to promote. The next method I'm going to be talking about is article marketing. Now, there are many article sites out there, and probably the biggest one is eSign Articles. So you want to join a site like that and then write an informative article telling people what it is that you're giving away in a squeeze page. And each article will have a resource box. And this is where you can tell people where they can get your freebie. And you do this by adding your link to the resource box. Now this works well because you're not actually trying to sell them anything. So at the bottom here, I've got an example of a resource box from eSign Articles. And the person's written a little description there, and they put their website link at the bottom. The next method I'm going to talk about is giveaways. So this is where a bunch of marketers get together and they give away products. And it works like this. You're going to agree to join what's known as a giveaway event, and you provide your squeeze page which contains your download product. So you're going to get a bunch of marketers who do the same thing, and all your offers are displayed next to each other. So what happens is somebody comes along to this page and they decide which offer they want to get, and what will happen is they will opt into one of the squeeze pages. So if it's yours, then you're going to get all those subscribers on your list. And by using this method, you can easily add a couple of hundred people to your email list very quickly. And later on, I'm going to be actually giving you a site where you can actually register for giveaway events. The final method I'm going to discuss is affiliates. If you have your own product, you can offer affiliates 100% commissions on your offer. And we're not concerned with making money on the offer, we're concerned with getting as many people onto our list. So we want as many buyers onto our list as we can get. So what you need to do is you need to subscribe to as many JV lists as you can. I'm going to give you a site where you can do that. And you want to look for people who are smaller marketers in your market. So look for people who have a list that's similar to yours. So when a product is launched, they have what's known as a JV competition. And during the launch, when it's going on and when it's over, they display who the top JVs are. So what you need to do then, you need to contact the ones who made the list but are seen lower down. So the ones that did not win the competition. So always try to turn your customers into affiliates. Whenever you sell a product, you want to inform your customers how they can become affiliates. So anyone who buys your product at the thank you page, you need to give them instructions on how they can go and promote your product. And what happens is you multiply your results this way. So here's a site that I found for JV giveaways, and you'll find this at newjvgiveaways.com. And you can come in here and look at what JV giveaway events are actually on right now and which ones you can join. So you need to sign up an account here, join this place. So if I scroll down, it says these JV giveaway events are open for members. That's all these. And if you click on contributors, it says these JV giveaway events are looking for contributors. So if I click on just one of these here, let's have a look. Free money making gifts giveaway. It was actually on January the 11th, 2013. So that's probably in a few days' time. So here's the page. Money making gifts giveaway. Here's an opportunity to add hundreds or even thousands of hungry new subscribers to your list. So let's scroll down. So these are the people probably who've contributed to this giveaway event. So you can come in here as well and add your freebie product and squeeze page. So you just probably enter your name and email address in here to register for your account. So that's how it works really. It's quite a good site. You'll find it at newjvgiveaways.com. And the other site I mentioned for actually getting JVs is a site called JV Newswatch, and you'll find that at jvnewswatch.com. So come along here and create an account and sign up. It's completely free. And if you scroll down here, you can find all the forthcoming product launches. And if you click on one of these, perhaps this one here, Tube Sniper Pro, and then there's a button here that says JV Invite Page. You click on that. And just behind this little box here, once you've signed up you won't see that, but it's got a little squeeze page here to enter your name and your email. So you can become an affiliate or a JV for that particular product. So now if we go back, we can see that there's plenty of launches here. So what you need to do is you need to find ones who are, you know, in the JV competition. Once it's finished or once it's going on, find out their position in the JV competition and contact them and, you know, offer them your product. Tell them you're offering 100% commissions, and just join as many as you can of these, you know, and just see if you can get your product accepted. So that's the site, jvnewswatch.com.